Hello and welcome to Kelly Legends Media. This video right here is going to be a reaction video to this dude, OG Bam. Before I start, man, those of you who pray, let's keep his wife in prayer, man. She's going through some medical issues and stuff, and so let's lift her up, man, and say some prayers for her to get well and get better. And yeah, that first and foremost, I think is the most important thing I have to say. The rest is all, it's a bunch of weedy to me, you know. But I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say because it's just what I do. Somebody says something, I usually clap back, you know. I can't just be a blue devil, you know what I mean? In any case, I made a video the other day regarding people using the word nigga. Okay, I guess it makes a difference if you say nigga or nigger, but it's the same word. Okay, people bullshit themselves to try to make it okay, you know. The whole video was about how I believe it's wrong using the word. Not only for the Hispanics, for everybody, including the blacks, okay? And I learned it from a black man, okay? Years later, I heard it from a man on YouTube, Master Teacher 33, okay? He talks a lot about the occult and forbidden knowledge and stuff and higher learning. Anybody wants to check him out, check him out. The guy goes deep. Anyways, where I first heard about that word and it being used or how it shouldn't be used, I grew up with blacks, okay? My dad's best friends were these black men, Daddy, Bojack, Jarvis. Anyways, we'd always go to one of their houses, barbecue. They all worked for Chalk Metals, a steel company. These were union men. These weren't street thugs. These weren't gangsters. They weren't pintos. These were just men who were raising their family and their kids. I ate all the good food that they made, you know. I'm not going to get into it because that's not what this video is about. But yeah, I was always over there jumping in the pool with their kids, man, sleeping over. Sometimes I'd stay the whole weekend at their house. My dad would leave me there and I'd kick it there, man. And they treat me just like they treated their kids. One day, one of them kids used that word. And all three of these old men were there, including my dad. And he got all the kids together, boys and girls, and sat us all down. These men sat us down and told us that it wasn't cool using that word or calling each other that. Okay? I'm not going to get into it again as to why I believe it's wrong. I did that on that last video. And I guess it was above your head, OG Bam. I guess you couldn't get it. You weren't hearing it. Maybe you didn't watch the video or the whole video. Okay? It wasn't, I wasn't using the word nigger. And don't tell me, oh, you can't say that, especially on social media. Look, man, blacks don't own that word. It's just a word, man. It's a part of etymology, man. It's a word that derived and evolved to what it is today, you know? But regardless, like you said, 15 years ago, you wouldn't hear it. Now you hear all Asians, Mexicans using it, and they can't use it. They got to go hide in their house and go in rooms where they can't be overheard by blacks and use it if they want to use it. Man, that's just ignorance, man. You know, I'm nobody to tell one black man what to call another black man. For me to tell one Mexican not to call another Mexican, you know, I don't know what race you are, man. I really don't. I don't. And I don't even think you know what race you are. I know your skin's black. I know that. That's just only because of the melanin. But I'm part of the human race. That's my raza, the human race. You know. I know what I just said right now. You're not gonna get, man. You know. I think you have a lot of learning to do. I think you're stuck in a period or in a mindset that you haven't broke through yet. But I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not here to attack you, man. The only reason why I went and watched your video is because somebody texted me and told me, hey man, OG Bam made a video about you. He called you a clown. He said you were fat. He wants to run a fade with you and all that. And I'm like, yeah, all right, let me check this out. And then as I was waiting for you to get started, I looked at you and I said, oh man, like really? You know, I don't think this man gonna want to run a fade. Like, it's too old for that. You know, I'm not saying that you can't fight. I'm not saying you're a punk or anything like that. Don't twist things around. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you because you seem to have a little bit of problem understanding what I'm trying to get across. Okay, what I'm saying is you're too old for that shit. You know, but after watching your video, that wasn't your intention. You didn't want to run no fade. You even said, man, I ain't no YouTube fighter or whatever, however you put it, but that a fade wasn't in the cards. You just wanted to make your point, okay? And you made a good point. Basically, throughout your video, you reiterated, you repeated the things that I said in my video about the word bitch, you know, and about other races using the word nigger, calling each other nigger or nigga, whatever, you know, same thing, tomato, you know. Look, I don't care what anybody says. I have my own opinion. I think that any race using that term is wrong. And growing up with blacks, and let me tell you something, man, I love my black brothers, man. I got black friends. Man, you got it all jacked up in your mind if you think that anything I had to say had to do with racism, you know? It had to do with the word, with that word, you understand? And it's always bothered me, I don't know why, when I hear brothers call each other niggas, you know? You say you guys use it as a term of endearment. I get it. I know. Because hanging around and growing up with blacks for a while, and when I was there a lot, I start talking like my young brothers. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that's what happened with the Crip Walk, the Pendletons, the way we speak sometimes. This crossover of cultures. You can't say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's something that happens naturally, you know? Our cultures have crossed over one another in some areas. If you can't see that, like I said, I think you still have to open your mind some more and take a bigger look if you're really interested in knowing, you know? Because, yeah, there a lot of things like that dance, that crip walk, and that's a dance now. You know, it's not just for Crips and what it was used for back then in the days. It's a dance that people like. They like getting down like that. But to you, it represents, it means something else. You know what I mean? I seen the most unlikely people, man, doing the Crip walk. In fact, the best Crip walk I seen was from this Dutch guy that wore wooden shoes, man. You know, he took, yeah. He was one of those dancers with the wooden shoes. Took them off, man, put on some kicks, and that fool tore that stage up, you know? You know, you called me a wetback. I'm not a wetback, man. I was born here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think you know what the word is. A bean eater? Yeah, I eat beans, man. I love fucking beans. You know what I'm saying? What else? Oh, hat dancer? I don't know what the fuck that means, but we do have a dance in our culture that we dance with a big sombrero, a hat, you know? Um, like coming from some people, man, what some people call me, just it just doesn't matter, man. Like coming from you, you know, you could call me what you want. You could try to put me out there in a bad way or whatever. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, so I seen that there was no fate in the future, nothing. I'll be honest with you, I was glad. You know, I would hate to fight with you, man. I really would. You know, um, yeah, it would be a bad look, you know, for both of us. But I'm not only you call me fat. I'm a big I'm a big dude, man. You know, and I can't help. I'm gonna be a little rude. You were too. You know, all's fair in love and war, right? You look like you got one foot in the grave, dude. But it is what it is. You know, we look how we look when we grow older, huh? It's a bitch. So I gotta live with it just like you. You know what I'm saying? I waited for you to post your Cash App or whatever, man. I was gonna shoot you a case of beers, but you never did it, man. You know, you were begging for somebody to ask you a question. Ask me a question. I guess you wanted feedback. I don't know. I don't know. You're begging for questions and you were begging for beer. I don't know, Bam. You know, I heard about you before. Only heard about you. I never watched your videos or anything, but I heard the name OG Bam. But dude, come on, man. You know, that's not what YouTube's for, you know. You want to be disrespectful, you want to talk about people. I guess you talk about Dubs, you talk about that other guy, American Cholo or whatever. You know, you say you have whites in your family, Mexicans in your family. I don't have blacks in my family. The only blacks family that I have are my adopted black family and those that got love for me. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know? But nevertheless, I'm not racist. You do come across a little bit racial, you know? I'm just saying, you know, you do come across a little bit racist. You know, oh, they want to be like us. Oh, you can't be like blacks. You can't be part of our culture. You can't, you know, you can't use this word. This word belongs to us. This is our word. Come on. Are those laws of nature? Are those laws of God? Are they laws of the land, or are they laws in your head? You know. Yes, I did call my dog my nigga. I did. I love my dog like a son. My sons are all gone and grown. My daughter's gone. Aside from my wife and my children, I got my dog. That dog will give his life for me. He's a little tiny little Frenchie, man. But he's fought German Shepherds. He's Huskies. He don't care. Anybody gets next to me, another dog comes out of the yard, he's on him. You know, and man, I love him for it. That shows that he'd give his life for me, you know? And yeah, that's my dog, man, you know? And I'm not gonna say it, Bam, because I know that you get offended by it, you know? So I'm not gonna call my dog that, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of respect and a little bit of class left, just a little bit, when somebody angers me and talks negatively, you know? You could have got at me in the comment section, man. You could have told me how you felt in the comment section. And you know what? I would have even went if you felt that bad about it and you really had a good point, I may even have taken that video down, you know? I've taken videos down before that I've made because the person that it's about has got a hold of me and talked to me, but they talk to me right. They explain how they feel and what they think about the situation and stuff. And I told them, man, how about if I take the video down, man? How would you feel about that? Hey, I would really appreciate that. Say no more, man. Don't trip. Hey, man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. But they talk right, man. You know, you get on here and you start calling names. You don't know me. You don't know my past. You don't know my history. You don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say what you say. It doesn't matter, you know, because you don't know me. People that know me, you know, and I'm very, very well known. A lot of people know me, Bam. Just like a lot of people know you, you know. In any case, I'm sorry if you took my video offensively. It wasn't meant that way. I was trying to bring some light, man, that it's not cool. You know, that word was put on brothers from the white man. It was a label. You know what I mean? And it wasn't done in a friendly way, in a good way, in a term of endearment. No, it wasn't. You know. So why hang on to that? You know, why hang on to that? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I can't tell people what to call each other. I just wish that that word wouldn't be used. It's causing problems, man. It's getting people hurt. You know, and it wasn't a Mexican guy who got beat up. It was an old man. I couldn't tell if he was Mexican, white, Jewish, Asian. He had his back towards the camera, but dude had white hair, man, and you know he couldn't even get up. He was barely able to climb up on his stool when he arrived, and he sure as hell couldn't get up from the floor by himself. He was an old ass dude, you know, and that's because that word is dangerous, man. You know, it's like people like get too offended by it. Why use it? Why teach people that? You know, people learn by seeing and hearing, man. I'm just saying, you know, I don't think anybody should use that word. Nobody owns that word. Nobody could stop anybody from using it, and it's used the way it's used, and it's probably never gonna change. I don't know. I don't care. I said what I said and how I felt, and what I was taught by Jarvis and Daddy and Bojack, and what I heard the time that the little bit that Master Teacher 33 spoke on etymology. You know, the source of where words come from and stuff. You know, yeah, I didn't just make up. Oh, it's a derivative of the word. I'm sorry, that it came from the word negro. Okay, I didn't make that up. I learned it from a black man. He showed me a little. You know, I learned a little bit about etymology, and that was one of the words that he showed development, and where, you know. Man, I'm not gonna get into it. Man, you wouldn't understand, you know. But yeah, if you have something to say, man, get on the comment section. You know what I mean? If you feel some sort of way, get on the comment section. You know. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret that you don't know. Now, someone sent you that video. Well, somebody texted me and told me that you wanted to run a fade, you know what I'm saying? Which moved me to go and look at your video, and on the same token told you about running a fade. Like, you know, somebody's got an agenda, dude. You know? And same dude was on another live last night doing the same thing about you, that you wanted to run a fade with them. You know what I mean? And I pulled his covers. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, you told me the same thing about Bam, and I checked out his video, and I had nothing. You're the same guy, you know. And so don't bite into everything, man. And sometimes it's a good idea, like you said, you're going through a lot, you know, right now and stuff. I don't know, Bam. Maybe you still feel the same way about what you said, and that's okay. You feel the way that you're gonna feel about what I said, you know. But I know you're going through a lot, man. I wish the best for your wife. I hope she gets better, man. You know. But anyways, my video was meant in a positive manner, man. You know, and your reaction was exactly what I was talking about. That word is a bad word to use, man. Everybody. And it's not cool calling each other. I'm not even going to say it since it's so offensive to you. But calling each other, that's not cool, man. You know what I mean? From one human to another human. You know? We gotta level up. You know what I mean? We gotta level up in our thinking, you know, and open up our minds, man, so we could get out of this mindset and this trip that we're on, man, and change the tapes in our heads and watch who's really behind things and stuff, you know. Maybe if you watch the video and watch it how I intended it, who knows, maybe you have a different opinion. Maybe not. Maybe you'll get more pissed off. Either way, I said what I said. I meant what I said. And I'm sorry that you felt the way you felt, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, I just went over to check out your video because some jackass told me that on the video you were calling me out for a fade and all this other madness. You know, I'm like, well, let me see who this guy is. Yeah. So if there's anything else, man, get at me, man, direct on the comments, man. You know. And who knows, man? You might learn something, or maybe I might learn something that I don't understand. I'm always learning each and every day. Well, this is one of my videos for today. Thanks for watching. And there's not much to enjoy. You know, it's just a bunch of drama. But I had to make some type of a reply, some type of reaction. You know, as some things were said, and we'll see where it goes from here. Anyways, God bless everybody. God bless your families, your loved ones. Stay strong. Keep your head up. Stay free. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next one.